Nagi desu ka? It's time. What's up, guys? They go with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do win two. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact here. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. We know what time it is. It's peak every week time. Let's not even waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 30. 49 of Peak Local, which is known as Relive. I'm intrigued and I'm excited. Obviously, it's Nagi with a joke character, but it's a bunch of random fodder bombs, bro. Like he's gonna be fun. But I'm interested. Especially now with France being over and us having. Oh, and thank you. Kind of dumb. Thank you for pointing out. Yeah, it was a flashback. I'm not the sharpest one with the kitchen shutter. I'm kind of dumb. But with that being the case, obviously he's going to make it through it. And with his only having England left as a game, and honestly me not being sure how long England's going to be, like I don't know. Because Nigeria did the whole, well, I mean, I guess we do need a game to show the aftermath of the conflicted feelings of the results of the France game. So England could be relatively long. Obviously France was longer than Nigeria for pretty obvious reasons. And I don't know. Will it be an extreme? It's the final match of the group stage, aka it's the final match without Nagi and Sei. And whoever the third is gonna be, it's probably gonna be Kara, but like whoever the third is gonna be, so like I don't know how long it was gonna be, but essentially we are rebuilding to the introduction of Nagi. And obviously, funnily enough, with the France game going the way that it did, and destabilizing bluelock as it was, who knows? Maybe even Ego himself is gonna be like, well, maybe I need to reconsider. Maybe I need to readjust a little bit. Maybe I do need to add something special, something spicy. Obviously, I don't see Ego not playing Sei just because he didn't get to pick him. Like, he's gonna play Sei. But very specifically for Nagi's role and all, I'm excited to see it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 349, Relive. Shigeo x Nagi. There's probably a ship of that somewhere. Let's see. Here's the reason I'm so fired up now.
Alright.
Here they come! Don't let them have it! Because I'm gambling my soccer life on surviving in here. That's a good question. But to be fair, we know that wasn't enough for you previously. It looks like even he knows. Yeah, even he knows, like, no, I'm sure it's more than that. Yeah, because honestly, it is very interesting how like engagement works, right? Because notably, I always think of it like this. I have things that I know will probably have me locked in and engaged and focused on things. But even then, there are moments where my brain will be like, we're not doing this today. And I'm like, huh? Like, usually, I'll even say, I'll bring it to a very specific thing. What I'm doing right now, I'm recording. Some days, my brain's just like, I don't feel like doing it. And I love the app. Now, usually there are, like, external circumstances. Either I'm, like, extremely physically fatigued, or I've done a whole bunch of bulk recording the day before. Like, there's a variety of reasons why one day or another I just won't feel like recording. But that is the thing, right? There is that passion in me that loves to record, loves to create content, but sometimes it doesn't burn all too hot. And then there are times where I'm like, okay, even in spite of that, I must push through. And that's different from Nagi right now, because he's trying to figure out why he's fired up in the moment, but he knows it's more than just the innate base level of, if I don't do this, I'm fried. So let's see. No, I'm sure it's more than that. For the first time in my life, I'm following my own way. Kinda, sorta, man. Kinda, sorta. Once again, you were bending it over for Kira real quick. But I mean, I get what he means, right? Ultimately, he didn't have to be here, right? When he came to Blue Lock initially, it was for Reo's sake. Then he was kind of sort of following his own ambitions and dreams by joining Misagi, but even still, that was following Misagi as well. He kept latching himself on to other people in their dreams. Meanwhile, now he's actualized his own dreams. But of course, he still has a long way to go, which is why I still like last chapter, because it shows that Nagi still has the fault of like, well, I'm not necessarily going to build all too complexly or creatively on my own. I'll just kind of do whatever else somebody else says and then adjust there. It is still a stepping stone kind of path that Nagi needs to walk down before he truly actualizes himself. He's not like Loki just yet. While Loki still obviously is one fully willing and capable of kowtowing and bowing to other midfielders in order to create goals off of what they provide him, he still is independent in his own way. We saw that at the end of the France game. Nagi has yet to reach that point of independence, and I'm excited to see him try to. Let's see. and not using someone else as a reason. Yep. Alone on this battlefield. I'm trying so hard to live. Bird X Cage restart. And yeah, I mean, like, obviously, it's a battle to stay alive in many ways, shapes, and forms. You always gotta do something in order to make something shake, in order to stay breathing and living and eating. But yeah, especially when there are extra stakes beyond the, oh well, I need to do this or else I'll stay alive kind of stakes. It does bring out that extra fever, that extra passion, that extra need to push oneself forward. Obviously, that doesn't always mean it'll be enough. Trust me, there are many times in my own life, professionally, and in terms of like friendships, in terms of relationships, a variety of things where I've had that extra pressure, had that extra passion, had that extra fever, and still failed, and still fallen short. But you gotta keep balling, man. You gotta keep balling. Let's see.
I'm counting on you, Shishironagi. The reasons I chose you are...
Because he's the strongest player here. Let's see.
You're big, and talented, and girthy, and very meaty. Man, I low-key want to...
Okay, let me stop. Let's see.
And it seems like you got guts. If we want to clear this thing, just shake that control whoever's getting the ball, and we'll get our chance.
Let's see. Though, teamwork versus absolute isolation. So I gotta get on Nagi's case here, but I get why he's, like, taking the time to listen to Shigeo at this moment. Even though I still can't... Shigeo Mizuki. Mizuki? I think Miluki is coming to mind from Hunter x Hunter, but Mizuki. That name's coming to mind, too. Where's my Googler? Hold on. Hold on, why is Mizuki? Why is that giving me pause? Mizuki? That's the guy from chapter 1 of Naruto. Episode 1 of Naruto. I was like, why is Mizuki coming to mind? Let's see.
If you want to clear this...
Okay. Shigeo. So, what can you do? I mean, that is a good question. He has no context for Shigeo. So I get why he's like, what is your point? Though I will admit, as much as I want to clown on Shigeo's face, one, I also do have massive round face syndrome. Like, I'm a baby. Shockingly enough, now that I've lost a good chunk of weight, like, the way the light hits, you can kind of see something of some, like, facial definition forming. But, like, I have to do that to get, like, any real facial definition. I have to suck the cheeks in, to force it, right? So, there is that. And Shigeo's just way more lean than me. Like, that man has solid abs and good pectorals. Well, I've gotten, like, physically stronger. Like, you can see how the gains are looking right now. From the biceps to the triceps, we're looking immaculate. I would say. But I'm not as, like, lean and cut as Shigeo is. In fact, like, literally, I need something with these pectorals need to go. So Shigeo, he's way leaner than me. He just has baby face. And hey, as a fellow babyface haver, like, legit, if I were to cut off this beard, I look 12, bro. Like, I can't do it. I gotta take, people like, Pencil, why do you maintain such a little mustache? Because one, that's as much of my mustache will grow, and if I don't have the mustache and I don't have the beard, I will look a solid 2 years old. Let's see. What can you do?
I can run my cheeks off.
Another speedster though? I'll take it though. I mean, another speedster is nice. I mean, obviously, I'm heavily biased towards the speedster archetype because I love going fast. But in that case, interesting. No, I mean, I guess he, with his smaller build, I guess he does fit as sort of like a Corona archetype. In fact, he probably looks even a little bit smaller than Corona with the stubbiness of his arms. Let's see. Okay, that'll do. All right. Let's see you do it, Shigeo. Whiff. Nice press. Okay, look at now you actually know soccer terms. Let's see some of that Chris Prince training sticking in. Maybe I shouldn't use sticking in as the term there. Yeah. So let's chop that one out there. Who said that? It wasn't me. I don't know who said that. Let's see. Yikes! Keep it moving. Okay. I still have to say this. I as an artist who will typically draw like kind of the same sort of thing over and over again, because admittedly I'm trying to refine myself generally, and I'm trying to like get better at the things I can do so I can reproduce them quickly, right? Like, for example, I went against my rule. I have a bunch of like full big size sketchbooks that I need to fill up, so I'm not buying any more of those, but I did buy another, what is this? This is like 8.5 length, 5.5 width sketchbook. But one of the things I'm doing daily is I'm trying to link the things I'm drawing and trying to just get them out as quick as possible. I'm trying to refine my art style, be able to produce it over and over and over again. But if you'll notice, you can check this out on Instagram, which is linked in the description, or any of like the other platform that got the TikTok. Like you can see my daily art process, which I try to do day after day in order to make sure I'm refining. But you'll notice I do a lot of just head-on shots, whether it's like actual headshots or full-on body shots. I do a lot of these things where it's just facing forward, because I'm still a bum. Loki, I'm still a bum. I need to refine myself more and more and more. Even the latest drawing I did today at the time of the recording is just another head-on shot. And admittedly, there's like another thing I'm trying to link to the videos I'm making. But all that aside, that's kind of what I do. But Nomura Sensei, through being in the field for so long, very specifically goes out of his way to do some of these insane angles in terms of drawing the human body. And I do get it from like a base level of, well, you need to keep the manga engaging, and one way to do that when everyone's human is to, draw different angles of the human body. But also just from like an anatomy level and an artistic creativity level, that's like what like the angle that we'd be at to get this shot is like we'd be laying on the ground beneath them looking up. To conceptualize that, like, and even say, because who knows, Nomura may use references, right? He may be like your boy, and occasionally if ever I'm doing like a fancy pose, I'll legit just strike the pose myself and then use myself as a reference. Even still, to put the camera in that position and think of this, yeah, I'm gonna do this for a one-off panel. Nomura's just a monster. He's an animal. Let's see. Keep it moving. There. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, Shigeo does have movement. I mean, he's missing the ball, but to keep that press continuously. And he does have that one thing that I always sucked at, the ability, it's something that Corona's really good at, those short turns, those sharp. I'm trying to pick up sprinting again. I haven't sprinted properly in years. Your boy's old and my bones. But regardless, I try to pick up sprinting again. And just for the love of it, right? Because I always talk about it in the videos of like, whenever back in the day when I was running at top speed, it was always hard for me to like hard pivot. I tried to do that, dog. I nearly fell. And admittedly, I've lost weight. Like currently, right now, today, I weighed in at like 213.5. So like, I'm not smaller than I was even like a month ago. And still, I'm just like, I'm not used to it. Forcing myself at top speed and trying to hard pivot like that has always been really difficult for me. And obviously, I'm way out of practice. So Shigeo having such fantastic motion control and force control. Very impressive, very impressive. Let's see. Whoa, jeez. Just got it. Oh, yo. Hitting the splits like that is insane. Hitting the splits like that is once again, this is really cool. This is a really dynamic pose to be doing, man. And why are all these guys so ripped? But let's see. But yeah, hitting the splits like that cannot be pleasant. But shout outs to you, Shigeo. Shigeo Mizuki. Man, I see the vision on you. Nope. It's coming here. Ah! Don't let him trap it! Can y'all actually stop Nagi though? Or y'all? Oh wait, that's the Messi of Amori, right? But y'all actually physically stop him? I don't know. I feel like Nagi should be way physically stronger. I don't know. Like, I always think of it like this. I talk about this a lot, right? Like one of my major ways of expressing affection is like lifting somebody up. And admittedly, whenever I go to do that to someone who's like 190 and above, I'd say, when they thrash, it's hard to hold. And obviously, I'm not doing this to like consistently trained people like Nagi. Are we sure? I know this is another consistently trained person, the guy with the mask, but can you hold Nagi back like that? Let's see. Oh, never mind. The full body tackling. Let's see. Nope, it's coming here. Ah, interesting choice though. Interesting choice. So he gets double teamed, and not just traditional double team. Like they straight up, like in regular soccer terms, this would definitely be a foul because he's already holding him, and then possibly the Messi or anything, just hard tackles them both. Essentially sandwiches Nagi. Man on man action here. And Nagi just headers it away. Interesting. Let's see. I'm not though. What? Now run, Shigeo. Ah! But you know what? I like that. This is, once again, we planting these seeds. This is that good, subtle, meaty, juicy, scrumdiddlyumptious blue lock character storytelling. In one of the main critiques I've had for Nagi over these past few chapters is how he like still listens and obeys and isn't really creating his own things even when given the opportunity to. But here, in this moment, he's the one guiding. He's like, yeah, we're gonna make the play here. I'm just gonna head it away. Now Shigeo, execute my will. That's a very Isagi-esque motion right there. A very Rain type of movement. Dare I say, he's sounding a little bit like even Loki there, where he's commanding others to do his will. And then Shigeo immediately obeys. because that's what Nagi needs to be. To be the number one player, you sort of need to not just be able to control the ball in the field on your own, but to be able to control the ball, the field, and other players on the field. And he has Shigeo running for him. All right, let's see.
Nice! It's mine!
Oh. Okay. Okay. All right, darn. About to four-man band him? Okay, Shigeo. Let's see. Ain't gonna happen. Charge him! My brother in beans. You are not Vegeta. Put that Eddie. And hey. Once again, I'm very much one to talk. I have one of the most prominent Eddies ever, bro. Like legitimate. Like I look at some of my old baby pictures when it wasn't like consistently cut even at all, and man, bro, I was Vegeta. I was Vegeta. So like I'm about to talk, but brother, the rest of the line looks clean. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's see. Charge him. All right, Shigeo. All right, Shigeo.
Darn it!
Oh. Yeah, they don't even care. But you know what? I get it, though. I get it. Sometimes you gotta get physical, and they're all holding them down. Interesting, though. It looks like Shigeo is bursting through. I just realized does he not have a nose? Oh, no, he does. It's just 2 dots. All right, so he's not Krillin. I was about to say, is he Krillin? We'll see.
Darn it! Please! Sashiro Nagi!
I do love that he calls it by the full name. But all right, he did actually get to it. Admittedly, he couldn't trap it, but he tapped it and put it back up. So, a good volley back and forth. Let's see. Alrighty. Interesting. So, he wasn't able to trap the first time, but now he put both of them behind him. And interesting, he's holding them back, too. This is very akin to back in the Manshine game. I forget which 2 BM defenders it was. I think they were randoms. I don't think there were any major defenders or any major characters on BM. But this reminds me of the play that Nagi did where he put both hands on the people that were supposed to be guarding him as he went and trapped the ball. Of course, I believe Kaiser was the one who intercepted that ball and made Nagi's play irrelevant. But here in this moment, obviously, there is no Kaiser. So he's able to hold these 2 back and then presumably immediately go into trapping it. Let's see. Alrighty. That must be it. Life or death. It all hangs on that ball. What did Ego say all the way back at the beginning of the series, with Noel Noah as the example? He had 2 paths: either pick up that ball and get himself up out of there, or fail, falter, and die in the way that he lived. And ultimately, Noel Noah picked up that ball and went out. So let's see if Nagi can do the same. Only this ego tug of war can produce this fire, or that light. Only this can change. But you know what? I do, and I gave a lot of credit to they just recently did a My Thoughts video on the France game, and in that I give a lot of credit to Kanashiro Sensei being willing to commit so hard to the bit of not just producing a counter philosophy to egoism, but like hard committing to it and being like, yeah, this is the superior philosophy in this moment with egoism as it is now, and the only success this block was able to have was by abandoning egoism. But then we have Nagi steeped in these ideas of pure egoism, untainted by the ideas that are brought up in the France game, because he didn't see it and he wasn't a part of it, and he still believes in that light and that passion and that fire, that ego. And darn! Did Brody kick off his face? Yo, imagine getting your face gripped up by the toes of Doom, dog. But he is the one steeped. Oh, no. All right, it wasn't just off the face. Hard. You want to talk about toe flexibility, bro. That grip! But he leaps off, notably, a guy who wasn't even directly in front of him, leaps off his shoulder into the air. I'm going to. Jeez. Once again, this posing is immaculate. Let's see. Don't stop playing soccer, Nagi! Hey, but we know he did it. We know he did. We know he lied right back in, Twinsky. We know he lied right back in, Twinsky. Let's see. I'm going to. Oh! Look at Nomura. Why is it coming out? Why is it coming out of there? I know that. I mean, I guess it would have been weird to put it behind him, but interesting place to put the skull. But regardless, I see that callback. I see that callback. Take me all the way back to first selection. This is the exact same trap he did to wow all of Team Z in the first place. There we go. And there it is. I'm going to rebuild my life. Ooh, wait, is that the flow eyes? Hold on, Nagi, what you doing? Like, did you know Shigeo. Actually, no, it's not. Funnily enough, in comparison to that trap, this one is actually a lot more like relaxed in a way. Like no, well, actually no. I'd say the previous one was more relaxed. This one's more concentrated. This one's more focused. There's a lot more. And I actually do like that to continue like this storytelling of the dynamics between that Nagi all the way back in first selection and this Nagi. Because this Nagi is driven more so by his own will, by his own focus, by his own dreams and aspirations. In this moment, he is 100% more concentrated, more firm, more directed than he was before. The trap all the way back in first selection was very loose. It was very automatic. It was very, I'm not going to say unintentional because obviously he went and did it, but like there wasn't a solid focus or will behind it. Meanwhile, in this instance, this trap is fueled by a man who doesn't want to let the life he seeks go and has a solid dream to achieve by his own will and manifestation. So, yeah, of course it'd be a lot firmer. But let's see. Did you know, Shigeo, people can shine. Delicioso. And yep, that traps the ball and then gets through it. All right.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Oh, see, Shigeo with the glaze. Yo, how crazy would it be if Shigeo was the one to make it through? How great. You know what though? He would be like the one purely goofy design character to actually make it through. Because like, even the, like, funnily enough, I love my baby boy. I love my son. But Corona is technically the goofiest out of our core 23. So like, if you wanted to throw in a goofy one there, but like, it's still probably gonna be Kira. I don't think it's gonna be Shindo. I saw the poll from last week, and yeah, I agree with y'all in mass. Like, I don't really think it's gonna be Shindo, but hey, I mean, if Shigeo wants to come cook, but I think once again he's like a stepping stone kind of character. I don't think we'll see him again. He's very, funnily enough, very akin to the episode Nagi cast, where I just don't. We're not really gonna see those characters again, and I think Shigeo's one of them. But main narrative, let's say. Shigeo Mizuki, Shashiro Nagi. Side B, first stage clear. And that's true. This is only the first stage, so more has to go on. Oh, all right. And we're immediately cutting back. All right, to the locker. All right, let's see. Japan, 2-4 France. Rayo, why are you sweating? Dog, you were subbed out like... Weren't you subbed out like 45 minutes ago? What are you sweating for? Let's see. After the second U20 World Cup match, U20 Japan team locker room. Okay. Kunigami, I get sweating. He was working hard. Gagamaru, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Like, oh, Gagamaru, bro. Like, he has to fail, unfortunately. Like, he can't. Very akin, and like, admittedly, the slander has been hilarious. The Aiku slander, like, I know everyone's eyes are on the Rin slander, right? And for good reason. Rin, as much as I'm not going to slander him, I love the role he played. Because I think he needed a bad game like this. Rin, specifically, and how he was utilized, the slander is gorgeous. Legendary, next level, I'd lick its toes. But specifically, the Aiku slander has been, like, legit. It has skipped through any, like, mental defenses I have against slander and gone straight for my heart, bro. It has made me laugh out loud, bro. Like, the code allegations, the merchant allegations, have you seen him? Relevancy, man. Like, genuinely insane, bro. Honestly, hats off to every Aiku slanderer, bro. But very akin to Aiku. Gagamaru has to fail in order to sell other narratives, right? Like, he can't, like, because there's no team that's gonna play and get no goals outside of Nigeria, obviously. So, like, yeah, Gagamaru, you're just destined to fail, bro. Let's see. Nanase. I really, like, I'm going to be interested if we ever see Nanase hit the pitch. That's going to be a weird one. Like, I just don't see it. It has to be some super specific scenario, because, like, I really don't see it. But, Baro. I do like that Baro's furious, even though he really did his job well. Like he did right. Baro didn't do anything wrong, unironically. I can't get mad at Baro. Hiyori, shout out to people who were claiming Hiyori should have been on the, at the time of recording the My Thoughts video, like, its counterpart poll went up, and a lot of people said Hiyori should have been on the poll instead of Isagi. And I mean, technically, I guess y'all were right. Hiyori did do a lot, too. I mean, obviously, you conceded in a way to Suitable Destiny, even if accidentally by working with Karasu, but hey, he did what he had to do, and he did cook. Meanwhile, Isagi, oh yeah, so this definitely is Rin, but Isagi, yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Threw everything away, only for your boy to sell it in the one way that technically fit exactly how y'all were supposed to operate, because you didn't account for him. Because you didn't account for it when you realistically should have. Let's see. Oh! Shido? Tweaking? Oh, well, you know what, to be fair, if anyone deserves a tweak, it is him. Had his goal stolen and then did nothing. Let's see. The genuine glaze to success ratio? Whoo! If you don't like it this way, whoo! Like it actually truly is the worst of times for Shido. I get why he's so mad. And then there's Kiora and Yukimiya, bro. We freaking lost! This sucks buns! I'm having a cell death burst! Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was against France, so it's not too bad, but at the same time, yeah. And especially when the tie was right there. Like, obviously a tie isn't a win, but when the tie was right there, bro. Like, as a person who has sold so many games, not just fighting games, right? I've sold chess games, I've sold Magic games, I've sold every game imaginable. It always hurts. There is no truer, honester agony than when you are so close to even neutralizing, right? Like, very specifically, in fighting games, it's possible to get ties, but it's very difficult. It's very hard to stalemate. I'm thinking, like, in the games I play, in Fighters, in Smash, in Guilty Gear, like, it's possible, but it's very difficult. Dog. The amount of times I've accidentally stalemated my own opponents in chess, like, it's insane. And I completely understand Shido just being livid about, like, dude, oh, like, so being so close to at least neutralizing. I know that pain. Oh, I know it. Let's see. It's all your fault, Annoy Brows. I mean, legally speaking, he's not real. I mean, to be fair, it is. But like, it is really like. It is a question. I didn't really, because that's the blessing and the curse of limiting myself to 15 minutes in the My Thoughts videos. Covering a whole game, there's a lot. And thus, like, there's a lot. So I don't always get to cover literally everything and anything. But the idea of blaming Rin alone, or like blaming Isagi alongside Rin, because I've gotten some pushback from my own friends and even in the comments about that. Like, Isagi should have accounted for Rin. Yeah! I see why people are against it, but yeah, Isagi should know about egoism, especially Rin's egoism at that point. He should have. I still give him a little bit of flack. Obviously, Rin. What a word I just tried to say. Rin gets a majority of the flack, right? Like if it's a split, it's like a 90-10. He gets 10% for not factoring in that his teammate would be stupid. But still, let's see. It's your fault, all your fault, Annoy Brows. That was a full-blown diarrhea match. I mean, unironically. Yeah, Rin touched the ball, what, twice? Thrice? Maybe? Like, he may have been on some 1-2s here or there. If he didn't do anything the entire game, except mess up the game. Let's see. Huh? Are you talking to me? Yeah, Rin, he is. And I've already, like, Rin, I'm sorry, man. You can ore farm, you can mog a lot. I'm never gonna say you can't ore farm or mog a lot, but, like, not right now, bro. Let's see. Who the heck else? How about I cut that tongue out, huh? Yeah, knock it off. Whoa. We're all mad. Aiku. Triku. Yo, the amount of traffic cone edits I've seen of Aiku, bro, is great. But no, I think more people should be mad at Rin, right? Like I get it. I get why Isagi may not be, because of his whole revelation at the end of the game, like, oh, Rin made the right egotist choice. But like, I don't think anyone else should be thinking that deep about it. I think they should just be mad at Rin for selling the tie, like, because like that would have been a goal. I don't think Renoir was stopping Isagi. Let's say we're all mad. Quit pointing fingers and focus on the next match. Okay, but yes, it is important to address that though. Like, you can't. I mean, I get the idea of like you won't gain much by just pointing fingers and yelling at each other, but at the same time, in this particular moment, yeah, you do need to address that, because that can't happen again, right? Like for sure, group stage doesn't really matter. Just win against England or even tie England, and thanks to the goal difference in Nigeria, like they could even tie against England. In fact, I'm now fully back on. I didn't mention this at the end of the game review, but like I am still fully back on win against Nigeria, Robel's not Nigeria, unfortunately, lose to France, and then tie against England. That can still absolutely happen, especially now with the team being in turmoil, with suitable destiny versus egoism. Like, that can definitely happen. But in that case, you can't be in that scenario again and then have a conflict like that happen again, or else you will actually be kicked out of the tournament. If they lose twice, they're fried. So yeah, it is important to address. I wouldn't just say focus on the next match. You do need to learn from the past in order to be better for the future. That's it. Sorry, everybody. It's my fault.
Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, I mean, Mr. Goichi, you were buns through a majority of that game. What you mean?
Let's see. Batra's like, what? Shigiri's like, what? Kunigami's like, what? The rest of the EU4 are like, is he tweaking right now? But like, technically, yeah, he was kind of bad. I wasn't a suitable number one, so we had to pivot to an unfamiliar formation and spent the whole match on the back foot. I was the worst one out there. Sorry. The worst one out there? Actually, that's gonna be something to think about. Was he? Cause what did Isagi really? I'd still have to say it's Rin, cause Rin legit did nothing. I think he had one shot attempt. Isagi and Rin were equally bad, but arguably Rin. No, I don't even think arguably Rin was worse. So Isagi, I think you are a little bit too hard on yourself. You were second worst out there on the pitch, though. I'm trying to think, right? Technically, Batra didn't do anything other than get locked down. Chiri didn't do anything other than get locked down. But Kunigami actually did perform his defensive role. So, out of the people who were on the pitch the whole time, yeah, Isagi, I get what you mean, but Rin was worse. He was... And notably, I have to put heavy emphasis on Rin being worse, because as natural as it is, it is a team sport and team setting, yada, yada, yada. So, yes, obviously, Isagi getting locked down the entire game is something that can happen, but Rin wasn't. Shido got express attention from Loki. Rin kind of didn't. Rin was blocked out by whoever was available at the time. He wasn't even a focus. Meanwhile, for a majority of the game, Hugo, the other new Gen 111 member, explicitly latched onto Isagi. So, I'm all for my main character saying he's flawed. We know I love that. We know that gets my toes curling. But I wouldn't say you were the worst on the pitch. Let's see. I think the only reason we lost, though. KARASU looks so soft here. He's so round. Let's see. I think the only reason we lost, though. I gotta boost my skills or I'm no match for him. Actually, if we look at this rate, there's no way we can win from now. Whoa! Okay, see, now, to be fair, this is a true sports phenomenon, right? For recent timely example at the time of recording, when the Cavs gave up that, I think it was game 2, in the series against the Knicks, they lost then, right? 2 more games had to be played, but they lost then. Because morale was so shot, they didn't even really go for it that hard in the Eastern Conference Finals. It was they legit lost all morale and they couldn't do anything. Bluelock is dangerously worried about going down that slope. There's no way y'all nearly tied the strongest team while y'all were dysfunctional and think there's no way we can win. 2 things? Not linking. Now, here's the thing. If KARASU said, at this rate, there's no way we can win against France from now on, maybe. But even then, I don't believe that. Based on the game that was showed to me. But, can't win at all? You've already went high diff, arguably extreme diff, right? Y'all went into the last minute overtime and extended play. Y'all are fine. And this is when you're disorganized. Let's see. Be honest. I bet some of you are starting to doubt Ego's methods, right? Before we consider what's next. You know what, though? I still do get that. The inner conflict. Let's all just open up at what we're feeling right now. Honestly? And that is a smart thing to do. Especially, and to be fair, on a team, you don't necessarily need to have the same motivations and mindsets 100%, but you do need to understand how people are thinking and reacting in order to make the right choices from there. Even if you have a different philosophy than those who you're working with, you do need to at least acknowledge that you're still working with them, and thusly, you have to pay extra attention to who and what they are and how they're thinking. Good idea. Whether it's about Bluelock or the complaints we have, or about how we align to our current egos. How to align? No, not align to our current egos. How we align our current egos. That actually is a good thing too. Shout out to Yuki, because I get why he says that in particular. Because clearly what happened at the end was an ego clash, right? It was specifically Isagi and Rin both wanting to score as the strongest striker, as the pure egoism. But since their egos weren't aligned, since they ironically they were heavily aligned at that moment, but they were aligned crossing. So they hit, they interacted, and boom, crossbar. So yeah, they do need to re-centralize. Let's see.
Okay. Then first, we keep using this word egotist, as if we all know what it means, but what even is ego?
Mr. Yoichi. That's a good question. But like, that's the thing. I've already given my own definition of what I think egotism is, or egoism is, in Blue Lock, being the best of who you are as you are in the position that you are in, no matter what, to the best of your ability in that moment, and then going even further beyond, within a way that makes logical sense enough that you can do it over and over again. But egoism, as they define it, is just scoring goals, essentially, at least in terms of the France game. I don't think there's other narrative defined it. Obviously, I got my interpretation from my reading of the narrative, but I'm intrigued. Let's see what they define as ego. All right, and that seems to be the end. Oh wait, oh, is that the end of the chapter? Hold on a second. Hold on a secky wecky, bro. Oh, let me see. Is the end of the chapter? It looks like it is. All right. That's the end of the chapter. I don't know why that feels like kind of abrupt, but with it being the case, a W chapter. If I don't say so myself, quite a W chapter right there. And obviously, it was a good split chapter as well, I must say, for addressing specifically Nagi and where he stands in his own internalized ego, properly introducing Shigeo, giving him an ability, even if I don't really think it's going to matter too much, re-solidifying Nagi and establishing him in how he stands in this current world as a person moving by his own will for the first time. Beautiful, gorgeous, delicioso. And then even the back half of the chapter, very specifically seeing the conflict that Blue Lock is in, seeing how much they're sort of getting in their own heads about this loss. And the only critique I even have for the chapter is that I feel like more people should probably be mad at Red, but even still, they're probably about to address those grievances as they go on to define ego and the crossing of it. So overall, a W chapter. If you made it late in this video, please leave. Ego is what? Ego is what? Question mark, exclamation point in the comment section down below. One of the things for watching, please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that lead to notifications so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you can have a page down below where you support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some perks include the live reactions, so the series to review, ad reactions of all my videos, early after reactions to all my videos, early after reactions not just all my videos on the main channel, but all my videos on the second channel. That cause reaction, link to the description down below and in the card in the upper right hand corner. On top of that, I do have a link to my comment down below where you drop 5 minutes of a short video, 20 videos, a long video, or any beats at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. Alright, lady, but thank you to our sketch tier members: Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Buddha Ura, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Tim Thomas, Kaving, RXN, Dead Me, Keon Stewart, Edwin Ingbignoba, Straw, Intavius Mitchell, Weary Exile, Alex Kenny, Todd, The Practical One, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Plant Crone, Brandon Payne, Multi-Batman Superman, Zalin, Sleep In John, Mo City King DKG, Akolade Babatunde, Union I, Atenzi Shear, Sino King, CCC, Enzo, Kitty Liddy, Axis XE, Praise the Sun, Magic, Andrine Bonnet, at JDog2656, Sheesh King, AZ Void, Professor Von Tuck III, Nevis97, Black Sage, Sky XT, Felix, The Young Family Pastel Pandora, John Malcolm, Donovan McIntosh, and Black Doctor Strange. Then, let's give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Lucas Stace, Midnight Lord 21, and Sean. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier member, Shrimpo the Fourth Shrimp 06. I'd like to give another thank you to our digital art tier member, Jay Warrior. I'd like to give a final thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Walking Minnows and Walking